Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So if you're watching this video for the first time, my name is Marianne. I'm the owner and counsellor at Marianne Hanson Counselling Service. And something that I wanted to make a video about is about intrusive thoughts, because this comes up for a lot of the clients that I work with. It's something that can be very distressing to the person, because an intrusive thought is basically a thought that sometimes it can be repetitive, other times it can just be occasional, but it is usually quite negative and quite distressing. So some of the types of intrusive thoughts might be thoughts about hurting yourself, thoughts about hurting other people, thoughts about worrying about something that hasn't happened. So it can be linked with anxiety, or it could just be a random thought that you don't know where it's come from, and that's why it can be distressing. So I've worked with people over the years where, a thought will come up that they have a different sexuality. Even though they might be married, they're going to have thoughts of that they are attracted to the same sex, when that is not in their mind at all, and that is not something that's true, but the intrusive thought is telling them that. Other types of thoughts might be that something's going to happen, something bad's going to happen, that they've done something wrong, that they've sent the wrong email and that they're going to get fired and their boss is going to be really angry with them. It's all sorts of things, but basically it's a thought that you don't want, and that is intruding on your way of being, and it's making you feel anxious. So one of the things that I've talked about when it comes to anxiety, depression, or any issue that is having a major impact on your way of being and your thinking, is that your brain is the source, or your mind is the source of a lot of things. So if you can get into a habit of doing things that will relax your mind, and also doing things to rewire your brain, so these are two separate tasks, a lot of these things that come up will either be reduced or they won't be as prominent. Now what I mean by that is that we feed our brain stress, we feed our brain anxiety, we feed our brain relaxation, peacefulness. So whatever we're feeding into it means that when these intrusive thoughts come in, it's because your mind is in a very stressed or worried state. So if you do more meditation, it's putting your mind into a relaxing state. If you do more breathing exercises, it's helping your brain, again, your mind, to relax. So that's one thing. The second thing is to take action. So when these things come up, the intrusive thought, take action. You don't have to take action on the thought, but what you could do is use something to either distract yourself. So you might say, I know that this thought is not genuine. I know that this thought is just something that's getting in the way of my life right now. So I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to do something to distract myself and avoid the thought. And then the third thing that you can do is to tackle it head on. You can say to yourself, I'm going to switch this thought around because I've been having this same thought over and over again. I know that it's not true. I know that it's impacting on me. I know that it's distressing and it feels upsetting when it comes up. So what if I turn this thought around? So an example is, if you think, oh, I've sent the wrong email, I'm going to get fired. You can either take action, you can check it, you can get up and you can check the email and you can see that everything's fine. Or you could say to yourself, why am I having this thought when it hasn't happened? There's no evidence to support it. So what I'm going to do is just decide to have a different thought instead, which is replace it or reframe it with, this is not going to happen. I'm doing well at work. There's loads of evidence to support that. If this does happen, worst case scenario, this is what I will do. So I think there's more to it than that. I'll probably do a follow-up video where I talk about this in more depth, but I hope you found this video useful. And if you have, please feel free to share it with other people. Feel free to leave your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.